She's
Positions.
hungry. Are you ready to fly, Coco? You ready to go travel? All right, well, make your next travel a breeze if you decide to bring your pets along. Travel expert Edyta Satchell joins us with some travel tips on bringing your pet. Good morning.
Good morning, Jordan. It's wonderful to be here with you as always.
Oh, our pleasure. You know, today is National Love Your Pet Day, and a lot of people are deciding to go on the road, whether it's for a drive or on a plane. But you've got some important tips for travelers should they decide to fly with Vital. What should we know after COVID's now sort of opening things up again?
Of course, there are three things I want to share with you guys. Is number one, you have to contact the airline. You have to either buy a ticket or pay a fee. If the animal, your pet, is traveling with you in the cabin, right? The fee will be different than if it's the pet travels with you in the cargo. So that's one thing. Number two, check the country entry rules, especially if you are going abroad and coming back for a little bit longer than a few days. It's important because the rules change. And number three, do not forget about the fact that your pets, they need a health and wellness routine too, just like we do, right? Mm-hmm. So they need to eat before the flight, around 4 hours prior to the flight, and of course drink, and they need to exercise before the flight as well.
You know, and I have a question. Are there restrictions that airlines have in place? Because I've been on a flight where I saw people holding their pet. Now, do they need to be in a carrier if they are taking on and into the cabin?
Yes, they need to be at all times underneath the seat in that special container. There are restrictions related to the age of your pet, restrictions related to the size of your pet. Your pets cannot travel with unaccompanied minor either. So there has to be an adult, and the adult has to travel with the pet.
Now, we typically see cats and dogs on a plane, and we hear people bringing unusual type of animals. Are there now, and I know there was once a therapy horse on board. Are they really strict now with what types of animals are allowed onto the plane?
So I have to tell you, it depends on the airline. You have to check with the airline because there are different rules. Service animals, they follow different rules than just our pets. So keep that in mind. And again, it depends on the airline. It depends on the destination you go to. So definitely is the first thing you need to do, contact the airline.
Okay, got it. And you did mention about, a cost for the ticket. What's the average cost when you're flying with a pet? Is it like an actual ticket or just a few $100s?
Again, depends on the airline. Airlines will have different things in place, but you should ask every time, because the airline, you don't want surprises, right? No one wants to be surprised. So you will have to buy a ticket, but also a service fee. The service fee may be around $100, $125, $150 if the pet travels with you in the cabin. If the pet travels with you in cargo, the fee will be different too.
But I think a lot of people decide that they want to bring their pets, onto the plane instead of under, but again, a lot of different restrictions there. Edyta Satchell, thank you so much. A wellness expert. She's got a lot of helpful tips on her website as well. And whether you're flying with your furry Vital or just going for a nice little vacation, she can definitely help you. Any last minute tips that you'd like to share with our viewers out there on traveling in general? I know a lot of places are, again, opening up this month.
I think we lost internet connection, right? So I don't know how much you've heard, but one thing I want to share. Remember, contact the airline, but also keep in mind there are different destinations that they have different rules, right? And remember, if your pet is a little bit larger, will not be able to fit under the seat, will have to travel in the cargo area. So keep that in mind. And the fees, I think we talked about the fees. The fees differ between the cargo and in cabin. So in the cabin, it was around $125, $150. In cargo, it may be even as expensive as $500 to $1,000. So keep that in mind.
A big difference. So definitely check out each airline with their rules and regulations. Edyta, thank you so much for sharing that helpful information with us. We appreciate it. We have our website there as well. You have a good day.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right. You heard that, Coco? You ready to go on the plane? Oh, she's ready. She is ready. All right.